Hello and welcome to another video. We're going through another sketchbook tour today. This sketchbook, as you can see, does not have a number because it's kind of in a little bit of a precarious spot. You can see it took me from December 2017 to March 2019 to finish this sketchbook. That's almost 2 years. Obviously this was a sketchbook I was not working super consistently in. And so from the beginning of the sketchbook to the end of the sketchbook, I feel like we're going to go through a little bit of a style change. And I'm going to be flipping through it back and forth because this is actually a crescent render sketchbook, which means there's no bleed through. So I can color on both sides of the page. But since it is like this weird spiral bound, I'm going to have to flip it back and forth. So sorry about that. And I decided not to pair this sketchbook with another one just because it's actually pretty full, if I remember correctly, just because since it was marker paper, I was trying my best to make fully finished pieces in it. So we can go ahead and get started flipping through it. Okay, so first and foremost is a marker drawing of an OC that I had. I don't really have too much to say about this one. I would just say, obviously, this is from 2017, so I'm not 100% super confident with markers yet. The style is still kind of flat, but I'm getting better. I feel like the crescent render paper does not blend super smoothly with markers. Sorry if you're like a crescent render believer or whatever, like diehard fan. But if we're being honest, it doesn't blend super well with markers. Okay, so yeah, and even if that wasn't an issue, I also at the time was not great at getting the marker super flat. That's why this is here, because I was not coloring it in fast enough. That's what that line is. A little bit of a blood warning. I mean, it's like a comical amount of blood. So it's like, it's not super serious. But this is a drawing of Toga, Himiko Toga from My Hero Academia. I'm not sure what year My Hero Academia came out in, but I was super into it when it came out. I still like it. I'm super into superheroes, so if there's any superhero media, I'm gonna watch it, even if it's like kids or something. I mean, there's like a limit. Like, I don't watch like the kids Spider-Man show that's like on for babies, but something that's like, you know, I don't know, I just like superpowers, and so I was super into My Hero Academia, and like I said, I still like it. I follow it vaguely, just like most manga I follow vaguely. But this is a drawing of Toga. I'm not super proud of this drawing. It was my first time ever drawing her. If we ever get to some of my more recent sketchbooks, I've drawn her several times after this. So yeah, this is like my least favorite of the Toga drawings I've done. This is just a swatch page of my markers at the time. These were not all Copic markers. I'm gonna see if I can remember what brand these are. Also, sorry if you hear my dog. It is late at night and she sleeps in my room. So she is a snorer because she's a big old girl. Anyway, so yeah, let me see if I can remember these markers. These three, I believe, are Touch Twin markers. These ones are not Winsor & Newton. They're, what's it called? Spectrum Noir, the brush ones. These were like some off-brand that I got. Oof, I cannot remember where they're from. Some of these are Copics. A lot of them are Copics. These ones are like some more cheap markers that my parents got for me. These are more Copics? No. This is from the same brand. These ones are Mepsi markers, if I remember correctly. Mepski? I don't know how to spell it. It's like M-E-P-X-Y. Mepski? I don't know. Yeah, that's all I can remember. Another drawing of my OC Jasper. You guys saw him in the last sketchbook tour. I guess I just wanted to draw him again because he was like on my mind, I guess. I don't really have this OC anymore. I mean, he kind of exists. I kind of revamped him into a different character. He was a necromancer. He's not a necromancer anymore. So technically they're the same character, but I've changed his name and his personality and stuff. So it's like, are they really the same? I don't know. A drawing of a girl, and she's got eyes on her hands and no eyeballs, I guess. I had to shift the color because that was like in black and white or something. Anyway, yeah, she's got eyes for hands, or eyes on her hands, and I guess that's why her hair is covered. Still not great with the markers, as you can see, going all over the place. Still don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. These are some drawings of an OC that I have. His name is Mateo. I don't really draw him anymore. I just really liked the way he looked because he had like that seafoam green hair, and it's like my favorite color, and so I like to draw him a little bit more than the other characters that were in the story. And then I was just like trying to see what color combination and skin combination would go best together. I never ended up finishing the rest of them, obviously. And this was the finished drawing of Mateo. Getting a little bit better, getting a nice uniform color, but still not the best. A drawing of some eyeballs, a drawing of my OC. I was gonna do that thing where you like have people ask questions to your OC, and then I never did it. And that's what these ones are too. A drawing of a Cyclops Girl. I really like this one still. Not because I feel like it's great, but because I like the combination of the brown and the green. I say it looks really nice. Her blush is a little patchy, in my opinion. And obviously I didn't let the ink dry right there, but that's okay. She looks sweet. Just a drawing of a body? I don't know what's going on there, honestly. I know I said I tried to make every page here finished. I tried. I didn't succeed, but I tried. On a little head. A drawing of a girl. But like her neck is see-through, I guess, or is it like skeleton? Listen, when I was working on the thumbnail sketch for this and the sketch initially for this, it was not just her neck that was like her skeleton. Her hand was also partially supposed to be skeleton, but I chickened out at the last second and just made it her neck, so now this looks fucking weird as hell. It doesn't like, you look at it for a second and you're kind of like, huh? But I don't think the idea of like she's turning into a skeleton really reads here, and I feel like there's not clarity in the piece, if that makes sense. A drawing of Sailor Moon I never finished. I don't know if I ever brought this up on the channel, but I feel like there are certain people that have a sort of thing where there's one character who they cannot draw for the life of them. And I feel like that character for me is Sailor Moon. Every time I try to draw Usagi, it comes off so really bad, like really terrible. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like my brain is like, you don't like Sailor Moon, why are you drawing her? And I'm like, you don't have to like a character or know a character's lore to draw them. I just think she's like cute, aesthetically speaking. But my brain is just like, no, you cannot draw her. But that's not true. I should be able to draw her, even if I don't watch the show. Anyway, equity. I guess I was still in college here. Yeah, I definitely was still in college, 2017. Some more drawings of Usagi I never finished. Because I can't do it. I just can't do it. And I am trying again. And I still can't do it. Some thumbnail stuff for a couple art pieces I was working on at the time. I have these around here somewhere. And like the sketches of them are in a different sketchbook. A drawing of a guy. I feel like I drew this guy because I felt like I wasn't drawing enough dudes at the time. Even though now mostly I just draw guys. Previously, I was more of an artist that only drew girls. It's not to say that I don't like drawing girls now. I do, and I feel like I'm kind of leaning towards that a little bit more lately. It's just a couple years ago I decided I was just gonna learn how to draw dudes, because the OCs I was writing about were dudes, and I was like, well, I kind of want to draw them, and so I came up with designs for them, and then they became pretty much all I was drawing. And because also I wanted to get into drawing more OCs, so since I had more OCs, it made sense to just draw dudes again, just draw dudes more, and I guess. But back then, I was only drawing girls. And so this guy, he is dude, but he looks a little bit feminine. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's how big his eyes are. I don't know. His haircut's kind of cute, though. Even though it's all patchy, because I still don't know how to color with markers yet. Another drawing of a dude, and he looks tired. Poor guy. But I put the colors that I used for him. He's kind of cute. In like a sad sort of way. A drawing of a lady. Nothing too fancy. But I did use that purple and green combination again. I really do like this combination of colors, the purple and green. The skin tone is whatever, but this is a sketch for a drawing, and I actually drew this drawing again. Yep, it's right here. As you can see, I try to do something a little bit different with the hair. Typically when I draw hair, I don't really do inner lines. Mostly just because I'm lazy. I don't really like to do line art that much, so if I can skip out on line art, I'm gonna skip out on line art. But I decided to try with her just because I think I did the eyes first, and I was like, well, what if I did the hair too? I'm not sure if the lines in the hair are super mesh with how the hair is actually flowing, but it's whatever. And I kind of wish I didn't outline the smoke because I didn't want to like lose the smokiness of it, the airiness of it. But now I just feel like it looks like it's not done, even though it is finished. But overall, I still like this one. It's not bad. You can see I'm starting to draw noses closer to how I do them now, which means we're getting sort of into the space where we're moving away from 2017 more towards 2019. So actually I don't really draw noses like this anymore. I kind of sort of color noses like this now. I guess really now I'm actually shifting a little bit more towards just drawing a triangle for noses, which I feel like is kind of going backwards. But I really don't like to draw noses, you guys. I'm so lazy when it comes to drawing noses. Planning out some more drawings for stuff. You'll see this one in a second, but the rest of them, not so much. Yep, so here is the button eyes guy. Just like, I guess maybe I'd watch Coraline or something, or I liked the aesthetic of Coraline. I'm not really super a big fan of the Coraline movie. Don't know why. I don't know, maybe because I felt like she was kind of mean. But yeah. But the aesthetic of the buttons for eyes is kind of cool. So I think that's why I drew it. Another person breathing out smoke. For a while, I really did like that smoke aesthetic type thing. A guy, and he's got like eyes all over his body, but there's no pupils or there's no irises in his actual eyes. It's kind of like that guy from Greek mythology who, what's his name? Argus, I think, who is like eyes all over his body, like hundreds of eyes all over his body. It's kind of like that. I kind of wish that I had erased the pencil underneath first because I feel like the rest of it has a nice clean look except for the hand. I know why that is because I kept having to redraw the hand so that the pencil really dug into the paper. So even if I tried to erase it, it was probably too hard. But I still like this idea. It's still kind of cool. A drawing of a demon, but she's got vitiligo. I like this drawing still. I remember doing it. I feel like maybe it's not bad. I don't know what it is. Something about it feels off to me. But it's a nice drawing. It's a nice drawing. I'm over here thinking too hard. I'm thinking too hard about it. It's a nice drawing. Another drawing, but this lady is red. The one thing I remember about this one is that when I posted it, I talked about how I colored it in red just to challenge myself because I noticed that none of my artwork is ever red, and that's I feel like that's still true now. I really don't use red too much, and when I do use red, it's sort of kind of I'm thinking I should probably use red here, not because I'm like drawn to red. I'm just like it makes more sense. Another blank page. I think this might be the end of the sketchbook. Yeah, that's everything in here because I never actually finished the sketchbook. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's embarrassing for me. Yeah, I never finished the sketchbook just because I feel like it's the size and the fact that it is a spiral bound that I didn't like, but I think mostly it's the fact that it's small. I'm not sure how big this is. It's like a it's not an 8x8. I think it's smaller than an 8x8. I think I found the size very limiting. You guys know I prefer a larger sketchbook, and this one, it's a little bit bigger than my hand, and I have small hands, so it's not very big. But the paper, the paper is not great. Not to say that crescent render paper is not good. It's great if you don't want your markers to bleed through on the other side. It's not great for blending, and for that reason, I'm kind of iffy on it. I do like to use it. You guys have seen me use it in the past, and I still like it, but at the time, I feel like maybe since the sketchbook was taking me so long to finish, it's taken already almost 2 years at this point, I was like, well, let's just call it done. And so I just called it done. And I could go back and fill up those pages, but I'm not gonna. I'm trying to be honest with myself, you guys. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, if you're disappointed with me, I'm sorry, but we have to be true to myself. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this sketchbook tour. I feel like the art in this has probably been the best art so far, except for the sketchbooks that are for my more recent stuff. But it's like a lot of finished pieces, and I think that's fun. I think these finished pieces are a bit more fun to talk about because I could talk about a little bit more the thought process behind it rather than just a sketch that's just a head or something. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for spending this time with me. I'll go ahead and see you in the next one. Bye.